Her name's on it. Her name's on it.
I don't know. We're gonna add it. But go.
CARNACCCC.
So impressed. It's like it's a doozy.
So should I add it now, or this has to be approved? or-
Well, we have to amend it. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna, would you like it?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and call the meeting to order at 9:34 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and establish quorum. So I'll go down the list. Ms. Morehouse,
Here.
Mr. Calderon, not here. Mr. Ortiz.
Here.
Ms. Lajarde. Here. Mr. Boyd,
Here.
Mr. Perez,
Present.
Ms. Torres, myself present, and Ms. Carnaccio. Are we gonna vote?
You just
Yeah, okay,
call
Ms.
us.
Carnaccio. Here. Okay. We're gonna move forward to approval of agenda, aprobación de la agenda.
A motion to approve the agenda with the amendment of adding Ms. Carnaccio's name under Community 2.
Okay, Mr. Perez motion, Mr. Boyd second that motion, all in favor.
Aye.
We'll move forward to approval of
So you gotta
previous.
speak louder.
So that was, sorry,
Just-
Mr. Perez,
wanna put it maybe like that?
motion.
It's who's speaking. You're the lead.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Ms. Morehouse?
It's okay.
She's counting the tally. So that was motion by me, second by Ms.
Got it.
Carnaccio. All improved with the amendment of adding Ms. Carnaccio's name.
Approval of previous minutes, aprobación de los minutos anterior. I'm gonna click closer to this.
Did everybody receive the minutes?
I did
Yes.
not.
I don't know what's going on with your emails because I received them.
We did
They
it.
was- and
Is
your
it-
names
is it
are on
because you
there.
guys are transfer,
Yeah, the
forwarded
minutes-
through Google or something? Because I did not get
I
them.
think what I noticed is that Yahoo is not working with Gmail or CPS.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
what I
always
think.
But you get all of my emails
I
from
do.
Google, so I don't,
He
and
doesn't
I
get 'em
even,
either.
but I even forwarded it. Ms. Morehouse gave it to me and I forwarded it to
It's
both
okay,
of
the
you.
meeting is recorded, so it's,
So-
it's, I don't, it's fine.
Well,
did
let
read
But
me
I looked at all the
check
minutes and
here.
it
I'm
seemed
gonna
pretty
double
quick.
check.
And it seemed fine. So I just want to, motion to approve the minutes from last month.
Okay, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
I
Okay,
to say unanimous vote in favor.
unanimous vote in favor.
Okay.
We'll move forward to LSC Chair report. I do not have a report. We can move forward to PPLC.
Well, we did meet. There's really nothing too much new to report. We're beginning our PLC book club. Today, we're reading 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
You guys
So
speak louder.
that's starting today. That's about it because all the curriculum is kind of set in stone, so there's no changes. However, we did meet.
Your report?
Yep.
Okay. Any questions for Ms. Morehouse?
Did you want to talk through the skyline for social studies? Essentially what we talked about in ILT.
Just that for social studies, we are using Skyline, which is offered by CPS. We're following their scope and sequence. And we're not really thrilled with it, but for right now, it's what we have. And we're maybe gonna change or look a little further to improve that.
In the skyline for social study is going to start right now, just at the end of the school year or for next year?
For next school
For
year.
next year, yeah. So there's, about 8 weeks left of school here. So yeah, again, we're following the Skyline curriculum for now for social studies.
Any other questions for Ms. Morehouse?
How many teachers are participating
in the adult PD?
21.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We only have about no more than 45 teachers.
So it's more than half. So we're excited about that. And for those, just so you know, this the book that they're reading is tied to the social emotional learning that we have in the building, which is tied to Leader in Me. So they're reading the 7 Habits. We have gone through 7 Habits training, but we've never read the book from cover to cover. So part of that is to read the book, and then on top of that, there is a workbook with.
Yeah, this is the workbook.
They have a workbook with actually activities that they do after every chapter.
Would you like a copy of the book?
Heck yeah.
Okay, after the meeting. Anybody else care to read this? It's a really good book.
Yeah,
Okay, so is
I
that
like it.
fine?
Yeah, of
Okay, because
course.
we have a few extras.
Mhm.
You are eating it. Okay, perfect. So 3 books after this, I can get that for you.
Thank you.
Sure. Compliments of Mr. Perez.
Oh, thank you, Boris.
Compliments of the school, but sure.
Okey doke.
Today will be the first meeting.
Correct. Oh, yes. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. It is Wednesdays from 4:15 to 5:15 virtually. So, you just kind of can catch up reading or pick up. We're reading 1 habit per week. Today's the first week, so we should have read habit 1. Next week will be habit 2. So for the next 7 weeks, you're more than welcome to join us. I will add you to the list. If you want to, join us, you can. And if you can't, you can't.
It's virtually, right?
Yeah,
It's actually
yeah.
really cool.
So on Wednesdays, 4:15 to 5:15, starting today.
Okay,
And it's, not a problem to catch up or what have you.
okay.
And I know it's available on Audible and that. So if you would prefer to listen,
That's what
as
I
you
do.
drive to work for an hour,
Mhm.
you can. And then the workbook is a
read
total
visual.
bonus because this is $17 just for this book alone. And, you can write down all your goals in there.
I like that.
Yeah, so it's very good. So we're excited. Okay.
Okay. Any other questions for Ms. Morehouse or Ms. Lajarde?
No, so far
No.
we are ready today for 4:15.
Should we be repeating this in
Excited
Spanish?
about the book club.
Do we have any audience that are in Spanish?
We did the best. We are coming there.
There's a lot to translate. Would you like to maybe brief a summary of it, please? And thank you. Thank you.
Para que todos están oyendo por la computadora, la señora Morehouse estaba hablando sobre una taller que están haciendo por un libro que se llama Los 7 hábitos de personas efectivos, personas exitosos. Y sí, es para los maestros y los adultos en la escuela y empieza hoy el primer taller que van a tener cada semana y van a hacer un hábito cada semana, van a leer sobre eso. También hay algunas actividades que van a completar cada semana.
Thank you, Perez. All right, we'll go ahead and move forward to Sustainable Community Schools. No report? Okay. So,
Well,
yes.
if you want, we started our next phase of the after-school programming. We have drama, we have cooking, we have yoga, we have martial arts, we have open gym 3 days a week.
Flag football is new this phase as
Flag
well.
football. Oh, and because she had mentioned all these things
Mhm,
last month,
mhm.
but now it's actually got up and running. So,
And the painting. the next
oh yeah,
Saturday.
this Saturday, 4:00 is the last sip and paint. If you're totally more than welcome to join. Of course, your baby's too young, I think. Oh, but you have an older one. No?
Nope.
Oh, that's what? Oh.
She's the baby. She's the
Well,
girl.
that's okay. And your husband or whatever. But and then for you too, with all your kids and yours, that's fun. Especially if you start sipping before you
On a
start
Saturday?
painting, then it's hilarious.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this Saturday at 4:00 is the last one.
Is that virtually?
It's
Yeah,
virtual
yeah.
and all supplies are provided
And
to
it's
you.
bilingual.
And it's in Spanish and English.
Bilingual,
Yeah.
all supplies, you get a
And it
nice,
It doesn't have to be just you, like if
canvas.
you want to do it with your mom, your sister, your brother, like
Right.
anybody, you just have to go and request the materials from the office.
How many
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's a
we've
co-
done it before.
It's a community event that we do virtually every month, and it's been very successful.
And he's
And maybe the
awesome.
Rico family, we can sit down with everything at the table.
I keep trying to hire him, but he lives in Florida.
So
Oh.
paint and sip. And the
Do you- do you
phase
wanna
3.
translate that in Spanish?
Por las escuelas comunitarias que tenemos en la escuela, hemos empezado el sesión 3, que tienen nuevos programas para los niños, y también este sábado va a ser el último programa para la comunidad, que es de pintar, el programa de arte. Si ustedes quisieran participar en la programa de arte, tienen que ir a la oficina de la señora Zamudio a pedir los útiles de arte. Uno puede participar con su familia en su casa por computadora.
Thank you. Any questions? No, okay, we'll move forward to Parent Advisory Committee. There is no report. We'll move forward to Principal's report.
Okay. For the principal's report, so we have our spending down. So the district has let us know that by May 27th, we have to have all spending in for our budget. At the moment, we have about $22,000 left to spend on things that we need for the school. So I sent out and talked to the teachers every day as far as what they would need, what they would like for the school, and they have given me lists of things. With that funding, we can buy, like, for example, like desks and furniture and tables. So we have purchased 3 tables for the cafeteria. They're brand new. You're more than welcome to go see them. We purchased 3 first to see how they would look, to see how they would be received by the students. The students really like them, actually, because they each have an individual spot for the kids to sit, as opposed to benches, which helps with seating and assigning seats and keeping kids in their place. So we're going to be ordering probably 3 more and keeping those in the cafeteria. But for the most part, we are going to make sure that we spend down that money. If we don't spend it down, it goes back to the district. So we want to make sure that we are not sending any money back. With that said, we also have opened our applications for kindergarten and pre-K. So if there is anybody who's interested, who has a student who is 4 or 5 years old, or who will be 4 or 5 years old by September 1st, they need to just come to the main office so that we can get their information. I'm going to repeat that in Spanish, and then we can open up to questions.
I can remind you about the book fair.
Okay. Lo que quiero repetir es que en este momento, por el presupuesto de nuestra escuela de este año escolar, tenemos casi $22,000 para gastar. El distrito dijeron que el día de vencimiento para comprar cosas es en mayo 27. En este momento lo que yo le pregunté a los maestros que necesitaban por sus salones y que querían para la escuela. También hemos comprado 3 mesas de la cafetería nuevas para los niños, y vamos a seguir comprando 3 más mesas para la cafetería. Nuestras mesas que tenemos están dañadas y solo vamos a botar lo que tenemos y vamos a reemplazarlo con las nuevas mesas. También, what was the second piece that I said?
Teachers.
The money, 22,000.
I did that.
The tables,
Did that.
$100. Open
Ah,
applications.
la feria de libros también sigue. Este viernes va a ser el último día. Cada salón también hemos pagado por $100 de libros para cada salón, para los maestros que pueden ir a la feria de libros y elegir libros. We have given every classroom $100 for their classroom libraries to continue to keep them updated, and teachers just need to go and choose those books for their classrooms. With that said, if you have any ideas of things that you think we should, use that funding for, I'm open, I'm all ears. But we have done a lot this year. We've done a lot in the past years with upgrading our auditorium sound system, with upgrading the cafeteria, upgrading the visual centers, if you see our screens around the building, and so on and so forth. So we're continuing to move forward with those things. So that's essentially the budget piece. When it comes to administrative piece, we are on track to continue and finish with teacher evaluations. So that is happening. It's also done. The last day is May 15th for that. And then we'll be moving forward with the end of the year evaluations. When we go into planning for next year, as we talked through the budget the last time, HR is still working through any cuts that need to be made based off of seniority and or certification. So that has not come through yet. And I know that's kind of looming on people's brains, but just kind of putting that out there. We're still just waiting for human resources for those things. Any questions for me?
Yeah. Then you can go.
With the pre-K and the kinder, I saw that it's on the webpage, but if you posted it on the local group, sent on flyers outside for people who might not be checking Yates' website.
Have we on some of the groups? Yes. And then there are yard signs. So we have yard signs that we've been putting up around the school, but we put them up like weekly because somehow they disappear every week. So they're around the neighborhood. Yes.
On my block, because I'm like, I haven't seen any on my block and I'm in Yates' area.
Oh, that's a great idea. I mean, so we have the yard signs. That would be great. If we had neighbors who would do that for us, we would love to get that. Like, we just need to get neighbors who are interested, but yes.
Maybe 4 or 5, I'm sure I can get it.
Oh, that's great.
And then, yeah, I guess I haven't seen any of the local workers.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest Facebook person. I'm just like, the beast is there. So at least get the word out.
Okay.
Because, I don't think every family knows that pre-K is universal and free in Chicago.
Okay.
So like, they're like, oh, it's free, it's full day. I'm like, yeah.
Let me
it
say
is.
that, I guess.
Like, I mean, I just feel like we think it's obvious, but like, it's just
And
not, and it's
Our
not true.
pre-K teachers are outstanding.
So let me say that in Spanish. So
Yeah.
para los que están oyendo, las solicitudes para el pre-kinder y kinder está abierta en este momento. Si conocen a alguien o una familia que tiene un hijo que son 4 años antes de septiembre 1 o van a cumplir 5 antes de septiembre 1, pueden venir a inscribir los niños en nuestra escuela. La señora Carnacho preguntó si tenemos signos. No. Yeah, how do you say it in Spanish? Folletos, si tenemos folletos para la yarda. Y si ustedes están interesadas, si pueden, quieren agarrar una folleto, ponerle en su yarda para poder de comunicar con la comunidad que tenemos el pre-kinder en nuestra escuela. Sí lo tenemos y te podemos darte uno. Necesitamos seguir anunciando que nosotros tenemos clases de pre-kinder y las clases de pre-kinder son en una día entera, empezando a las 9 y hasta las 4 y comen en nuestra escuela y comen desayuno, almuerzo y también otro bocadillo como a las 3 de la tarde.
Okay, awesome. All questions, right, for you?
Yeah, any other questions? ¿Tienen preguntas?
About the budget, is there a way that we can better the lighting in here?
Actually, yes, that's actually coming
Yeah?
this week.
Oh,
They're gonna, so la pregunta fue que podemos hacer por los luces en el auditorio. So all of these lights are actually going to be changed out to LED within the next week.
Awesome.
And then these are also going to be changed out here too. Se van a cambiar las luces aquí en nuestro auditorio. They started with the school, so I don't know if you've been able to walk through, but the lights are now brighter. They've changed them all to LEDs.
Oh, good. Good, good,
Are
good.
you asking for the CPS flyer or for the Miss Intron and Miss De La Cruz flyer?
So both, we have both, and we're gonna get both out. So we first need the early childhood one first, and then the Yates one will come out after.
Okay.
And this auditorium lighting, I don't know about the other lighting, but this, he told me, was a rush order because of the play.
Yes,
Oh,
So
okay.
that's super exciting. And they painted in here,
yep,
or most of it.
they
anyway.
redid. So
Yeah,
I don't know if you
I was-
remember that wall was falling apart. That's all done. They re-spackled it. They added the plaster. So it's slowly but surely. For those of you who don't know, we have a brand new engineer.
Yes.
He has just been phenomenal to make sure everything is getting working and plumbing is working, electrical is working. So that's the things that we're working on right now. Tenemos un nuevo ingeniero y él es muy bueno y está aquí para hacer los servicios de la escuela.
How about the curtains?
What about the curtains?
change them, clean
So we
them?
got a quote on the curtains and it was actually about $50,000.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they're special auditorium curtains and I did get a
Because
quote.
I think that it would be better lighting if we open the curtains.
Well, we can open them. They open. We just keep them closed because it gets hot in here really
Oh,
easily.
those curtains, those curtains.
Mhm. I mean, it's the same.
Yeah.
My daughter's been here since preschool and they've been the same ones.
Mhm.
And that's been like over 12 years.
I graduated from school. This is the
Yeah,
same
and look
color.
how long they've lasted.
The curtains walk, they work. They're
I mean,
actually, the curtains have been here, they've actually been here since 1980.
So
and
I
they are
graduated
fine.
from
Have they been
1991,
cleaned?
and this is the same.
Probably not, because
Well, then we need a Friends of Yates.
Yeah,
So somebody to go
yes.
out and hustle and try to get us some money.
I don't hustle no more. I just work.
okay, let's move along. Let's
All
move
right.
along.
Ms.
Which is kind of what the
Zamudio, do you
LSC
That's you.
does.
You're leading, not me.
Okay, so Ms. Zamudio just walked in. Did you want to, do you have a report to say, Ms. Zamudio? I'm sorry,
No,
what did she say?
did Teresa give her update? No.
No,
She what? Okay,
yeah. So we're gonna, we are going to backtrack a little. We're gonna, Ms. Zamudio just walk in, so we're gonna let her do her report. Ms. Zamudio acaba de entrar, so vamos a dejar que Ms. Zamudio dé su reporte. Actually, vamos a dejar que Teresa, la Bastida, right? Empiece primero.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Teresa, you can go ahead and talk. You're open.
Okay, I'm on mute. Can you hear me?
Ms. La Bastida, you can go ahead and talk. Your mic is open.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Perez. Can you hear me? Hold on. Can you hear me?
Hello,
Oh my God. Okay. abre tu-
Señora La Bastida?
Yeah, abre tu micrófono. Okay. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. Oh, we heard you. Sorry, you just muted back. Señora La Bastida, all you have to do is unmute.
Is she in the building?
She in your office? There she is. You can go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I have a report. So paramenters on April 6th attend the training on instructional practice for tutors, organizers, and parents on student engagement module 1. On April 20th, paramenters have a table resource at a report card day with housing information, immigration resource, and also parliamentary support to Ms. Zamudio to asking parents to fill it out the parent survey. On April 27, that is today, parliamentarians will attend the training on instructional practices for tutors, organizers, and parents about engagement module, student engagement module 2. And last Friday, parliamentarians have the first in-person neighborhood-wide at Avondale Logandale School. They visit the parent university is network 4. So tomorrow, parliamentary will attend to the parent university, visit parent university network 5 at Clemente High School at 1 p.m. And this Friday, we will have a informational meeting about the living room. That is a information from the Net Healthcare Alternative System. They will visit us here to give us information about this living room. I hope if anybody else can join us tomorrow, Friday, 9:30, will be welcome. So that is all my report.
Right?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
She said I. Okay, thank you.
You can come up if you want. just gonna have her right here, and then she can stand right there.
Everybody, good morning.
Come closer.
So for the Sustainable Community Schools update, it's really more so just about our student programming that just started on Monday. Like I had mentioned at our last LSC meeting, we have probably our most packed schedule of this year, which is really exciting. And it included bringing back one of our programs for our pre-K grade. And that has been a really popular class, and it's actually a STEM program too. So we're really excited to have part 2 of that this spring. Our enrollment for our classes is actually a lot higher than previously throughout this year. One of our classes actually already hit its max, and so we had to do a wait list, and that was actually for our lower grades. And so it's really good to see that participation. For programming, we will go until the week of, or until June 10th. So we have about 2 more months left. That's really exciting. As I also had mentioned in our last LSC meeting, we are also in the process of doing our needs assessment, which is a really lengthy process of doing surveys for parents, students, community members, and school staff here at Yates. And it really just gives us a better idea of what our current needs are and how we can use our money, which is $420,000 that we get from Sustainable Community Schools, in the most effective way possible. So it's really looking at not only just before school and after school programs that we can bring, but also additional resources in the community and throughout the city of Chicago. So that is what we're doing right now. Hopefully in our next LSC meeting in May, I can give a presentation on the data that we collected. That way everybody can see the specific needs that we will be addressing this upcoming school year.
Do you want to talk about summer?
Yes, and we are also in the process of planning our summer camp, which is our first summer camp in a couple of years. We're really excited to bring that back. And we're looking at it starting late June and all of July. So the students will have about a month or so of 4 days out of the week to come to Yates for summer camp. And it is open mainly to Yates students, but also some students throughout the neighborhood as well from neighboring schools. We're also going to keep with our STEM theme for summer camp. And so we're looking at kind of bringing back some of the program partners that we have throughout the year that are STEM-based, cooking-based, art-based, to really make sure that our kids aren't doing or engaging in any learning loss. That instead we're keeping up with that and making sure that they're starting this following school year on the right track. So parents can expect to get enrollment forms probably early June. Did you have a question?
Yeah, the summer camp is free.
Yeah, so we're in the process of figuring out exactly how much we'll be charging, but you will get lunch provided, breakfast provided, as long as a few other materials for your student to have, like for field trips and to wear to summer camp as well. So it's not like you're just paying money and you're not seeing anything in return. Your child will get something to use throughout the month.
So it'll be a nominal fee.
Yes.
And then, okay. And then paint sip.
Yes, and then we are having our final paint and sip class on Saturday, May 14th at 4 p.m. So far, we have about 15 people registered, which is also our highest number throughout this whole year, which is really exciting. If you are interested in signing up, I believe I did send out an email to past registrants, but I can also put it on School Connects, which is our parent engagement website that we use, or I can send it to Ms. Morehouse if she would like to include it in the notes.
Oh, the link?
Mhm.
Sure. I mean, I can.
Okay. Or I can send, since I don't have access to the Zoom right now, I can just send the registration link for us to put in the chat.
Okay.
Perfect. Or the, yeah, okay.
Do you want me to repeat it in Spanish, or do you want?
You can.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
La señora Zamudio habló sobre los programas que van a comenzar, que ya han comenzado. También vamos a tener un campamento por este verano. Todos los padres que quisieran inscribir los niños, ya vamos a mandar una solicitud para el campamento. El campamento va a ser 5 semanas. Es la última semana de junio y también el mes entero de julio. El campamento va a ser lunes hasta jueves. Y van a tener algunos paseos y actividades en nuestra escuela. Sí, va a tener unos costos, pero en este momento no sabemos cuánto va a ser por cada niño. So, toda esa información queremos tenerlo para la próxima junta del concilio, que va a ser en mayo.
Okay, questions for Ms. Amudio? No? Okay. Does that complete the, yeah. Okay, so that completes this, that does complete the report for SES. We'll move forward to new business.
Oh, sorry. Oh, so the parent advisory, there was no report there?
No. Do you need a few minutes before? No? Perfect. Okay, so we'll move forward to new business, which is the Lsc election results. Who's providing that? It's Mr. Soto giving that since he's here.
No, I emailed them to you. But I'll bring them up.
Put you on the spot. It's okay.
So we had our LSC, election last week. And we just want to go over the results of that for those of us who don't know. And then if you do know, that's totally fine. And then what we will do is, as a local school council, we have to certify those results.
So let me just say that in Spanish. Vamos a dar los resultados de la elección,
Concilio.
del concilio escolar. Mr. Perez, you're going to give that,
I can.
or you want me to read it? I can read it.
It's loading. There we go. You can do it in English or in Spanish about that. Para las representantes de padres tenemos 4. Yasmin Torres, Jaylene Starling, Rashonda Phillips, y Robert Boyd.
Okay, for the parent representative is Jasmine Torres, Jaylene Starling, Rashonda Phillips, Robert Boyd. So, do you want me to
Para
say
las
that?
representantes de maestros tenemos Ingrid Morehouse y Brenda Tate Fern.
Teachers representative is Ingrid Morehouse, Brenda Fern.
Para las representantes de comunidad tenemos Michael Daly and Marie Snyder.
D-A-L-E-Y?
D-A-L-Y.
D-A-L-Y and Snyder.
S-N-Y-D-E-R.
For community representatives, we have Michael Daly and Marie Snyder.
Para las representantes, para el representante que no es maestro o maestra, que es empleado de la escuela, tenemos Orlando Ortiz.
For non-teacher representative is Orlando Ortiz.
Y para representante estudiantil tenemos Albert Abney.
For student representative, we have Albert Abney.
So at this time, those are the local school council results. Esos son los resultados para el concilio que van a empezar julio 1.
So these are the results for the LSC election that will start July the 1st, 2022.
Okay.
Any questions? Yeah, I was about to say that. I actually, as a, can I see those names again? I would like to know, as a parent, who is Michael Daly and Marie Snyder?
They are community people who ran. And so we just have to, we'll hopefully to meet them at our meeting.
Were they in our, that meeting that we had virtually?
Marie Snyder
there?
was.
He was too.
Oh, he was,
He
right?
was too? They were both there? Okay. Okay. Just curious of who they are. Okay. Any questions? Yo solamente estaba preguntando que para las personas que están corriendo de la comunidad, ¿quién son los representantes que están actualmente electado? Yeah.
So it's just the 2, Daly and Snyder?
Mhm.
Yes.
And then I guess, well, so we can vote in Miss Carnaccio in the future or no?
No.
If only if it's open,
Yes.
Oh,
right? And then when her child becomes
So
four,
these are, I mean, these are
So-
the people that won the election
for now.
for
Yep.
now. For now,
oh.
if someone does not show up, then it would have open position.
Correct.
All right, so any questions on LSD election results? Nope. Okay, then we'll move forward to,
Open.
there is no old business, no. Public participation, vamos a proceder a participación pública.
Participación pública, si quisieran hablar, podrían usar el botón de alzar la mano en Zoom. Is there anybody who would like to talk? If you'd like to talk for public participation, you can go ahead and use the raise hand feature.
Si quieren participar para participación pública, alcen su mano. Ajá, it's funny how I'm translating for you. Want to give it a second?
Doesn't seem like there's nobody there.
Okay, well, there's no one in public participation. We'll move forward to announcements. Anuncios, next meeting date will be,
May 25th at 5 o'clock.
La próxima junta va a ser mayo 25 a las 5 de la tarde. Aquí en nuestro auditorio. We will be in the auditorium. Si usted quisiera venir de persona, pueden venir de persona. If you'd like to come in person, you can come in person. Si no, vamos a estar así como estamos, hybrid.
okay, mayo 25 a las 5.
May 25th at 5.
Oh,
Yes.
Otros anuncios, other announcements?
no, I wanted to announce the play, but honestly, I don't know what day it's gonna be.
Okay. well,
Do
Probably
you still want to talk? I mean, you can.
June 2nd, I think.
La obra del Rey León lo
Or June
tenemos
3rd, Friday, June
para
3rd.
junio 3. The Lion King presentation will be on June 3rd at 6 p.m. here in the auditorium. A las 6 de la tarde aquí en el auditorio. Tickets are $5. It's only an hour.
When did you said June what?
3rd. June 3rd. Other announcements?
Friday.
Do we need help for field day? You guys?
Oh, are we having field day?
Yes, so field day is June 13th, which is the Monday before the last day of school. If there are any parents who are interested in helping and volunteering for that, that is going to be, that'll be here, it'll be all day. We have a dunk tank coming, myself and our dean, and we're trying to convince our assistant principal to get in there, but we have a schedule of that as well.
Who's doing it?
Do you want me to run dates for the parent planning committee here or just?
You can?
Okay.
Yeah.
So a couple parents met, we met on, it's just kind of, maybe Sunday, but talk about like what could be like ages 0 through 4 parent meetup to like kind of help with getting, it's 2-part, 1, a community meetup, and 2, Gates needs to speak for itself, but to present that opportunity for families to get to know the school and for you to be present. So there's 2 dates we want to run past. One is the like a Saturday community meetup where parents of children age 0 through 4, and we had like a date we're curious if would work for the school. I believe it is June 4th was the date we were hoping. We don't want to communicate anything till we're like, oh, you know, okay with dates. There's a couple asks from that parent group as well.
So-
Just like wanting current LSC members present, wanting current parents present, any kids present, like just because it's not just about new families, it's about learning about the existing culture.
Sure.
So June 4th was the community meetup date we were hoping to do. So I guess I'm kind of asking, like, is that, it's a Saturday, so it would impact like if people are able to, if
June
people are
4th,
able to open the school.
Yeah, June 4th is open for me.
What time?
We're thinking a 2-hour window, either 10 to 12 or 11 to 1. It would just be like something, we haven't really firmed up the hours.
12
but
to 2.
I mean, we're just thinking like at 12 to 2, we're literally thinking between like nap schedules.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's young children, so something short, and probably do a tour at the front end, a tour at the back end, and people could float in and meet people and either catch a tour at the first part or catch a tour at the end. You know what I mean? So like if it doesn't work out.
Yeah, let's put that on the calendar.
Yeah.
June 4th works for
One
me.
would be good for me.
So we're gonna promo it throughout the immediate neighborhood. So we're hoping to just gather parents of children ages 0 through 4.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so it's about like kind of, I mean, again, the schools speak for itself, but if people don't even like know about it, they're not gonna enroll their child. So trying to tap like for future years, but you said 12 to 2.
Yeah, 12 to 2 would work out perfectly. And then that from Saturday, June 4th is open. So
Great.
let's do it then.
Great, I have a template of a poster I'll run past you too that I'm hoping you can print larger
Mhm.
and get some like copies of for us printed so we
We
can
can.
put where the group's gonna canvas the area and just kind of like again pass it out just like the
Great.
word. And another question was, could we post on Facebook groups on behalf of Yates, or would you like to do it? Like we don't, you know, we want to like work. No one's trying to do anything like behind anyone's back. We're just
Yeah.
trying to be like, are you comfortable
So
with that?
as long as you take the lead on that, I'm totally okay with that.
Okay, well, it's a 3 other parents. I don't want to take the sole lead.
Gotcha.
What are
I'm-
their names?
Yeah, what are and are they like from the community?
Yeah, they're all in the district. One is a parent of twins that are 2 months old. One is the parent of a 2-year-old.
Oh, wow.
They're super invested in the area. So I mean, I can happily, it's Lindsay and Chris, and I have to like look up their last names, and their spouses are interested, but there were a lot more people who were, this was just like which parents want to meet a couple different times to help
Sure.
plan for it, but there's definitely like, I don't know, maybe we'll have 15, 20 people, like there, but I'm like, I don't think that's unreasonable. I can think on my block alone, there's 3 families with kids under 4, like, there's people. The
Right.
question is like, people want to at least meet community members.
Yep.
And then the school can speak for itself. The second thing is, sorry, if like the other girl, I'm comfortable with her doing, I trust her. Okay. And then the other thing is we wanted to meet again with anyone at like, they wanted to definitely meet with you.
Yep.
But anyone else is welcome. It's not like an exclusive thing. But we wanted to meet at 5, either May 9th or May 10th. Again, we're trying to float out dates of just like what, so we can kind of plan together with, they love to see a tour of the school, but then also plan together on like what it could
At
look
5,
like.
you said?
Yeah, and again, it doesn't need to be, they're just interested, and these are community members who are very knowledgeable in the LSC system, and are really versed in like, well, how Mozart did their turnaround, and
Right.
like how other schools in the neighborhood, not that the school's not turned around, but like
Right.
how other schools in the neighborhood have gotten more involvement in their media, and it's people really invested in like sending their kids to Yates, but like also have some real questions.
Yeah.
That I think are very, not, learn more, but I don't want to act on behalf. I want you to be
May
able to do
10th
that.
at 5 is great. Open
May
for me
10th?
too.
5:15.
I mean, 5:15 is
Why?
fine.
No, yeah.
No, we'll say 5. And then
5, yeah.
if we can, yeah.
Okay, so I'll talk to the group about that. And we're going to open up to see if any other people in the community want to be part of that planning. But important thing was just hashing out like those dates, so we have those confirmed. So the 5:10 one's going to be a small group, and then we're going to start promoting the June 4th much larger, because that's like literally anyone you want to meet someone.
Right.
Current families would be great, current especially pre-K and K families,
Mhm.
and that's something I need your guys' help with, because like I don't know them, but like we want to meet existing families.
Okay.
And then also making sure the flyers are translated into Spanish also, so that it's not just in English.
Okay. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Similar to that, we, other announcements, our pre-K applications are open. Yeah, I'm going. And we're doing something similar. So we may be able to combine the two. So yeah, that's awesome. La señora Carnaccio dijo que ella es parte y formó un grupo de padres que viven aquí en nuestra comunidad de la escuela, y lo que quieren ellos es tener un grupo de padres que están interesados a involucrarse en nuestra escuela. Hay muchos padres que tienen hijos que están en nuestro vecindario y quieren saber más de Yates. So vamos a tener un evento en la comunidad, empezando junio 4, 12 hasta las 2 de la tarde. Necesitamos padres que tienen hijos de 0 hasta 4 años. Esto significa que lo que quieren ellos es tener un grupo junto para poder hablar sobre los que quieren pedir de la escuela, que tienen en la escuela y cómo podemos mejorar la escuela y seguir inscribiendo niños de nuestro vecindario. Did I capture all that right, Ms. Lajarde? I always look to her.
What are some of the things that you want to do on the community meetup day? Like, so we could have the pre-K.
We're gonna plan. That's what we're gonna meet
Okay.
on that May
I
day.
just kind of wanted to, you know,
We're not sure either.
Okay.
Some kind of food, like easy social food, like
Mhm.
it's really just people already know the playgrounds, we'll probably be on the playground. Like, I don't think there's a specific to do, minus something like fun and easy and accessible
Mhm.
for anyone who wants to stop by.
and then, what's the other thing? Oh, would they want to tour the school then?
Yes, and I think 2 tours offered, different times.
Pretty
Because again, if we're
perfect.
targeting like families with really young children, like
Yeah.
you gotta, you need a couple options there.
Yep. Sounds great.
Okay, any other announcements or any questions for Ms. Carnaccio? No? No?
Parent mentors can support on field day, they said.
Okay,
Great.
awesome.
Great.
Yep.
I'm gonna be in the dunk tank.
Mhm. You will be in the dump. It's gonna be you.
Okay, bring some trunks, bring a towel.
Bring a water gun so you can spray
I
people.
suppose
Oh,
we could
that's a
use
good
some
idea.
volunteers for drama as well.
We're on announcements.
Yep.
So if you want to
You-
make that
you wanna-
announcement,
yeah,
you're
you
more
wanna
than
make
welcome.
that announcement?
Announcing, we could use some volunteers for drama.
Estamos buscando voluntarios para la obra del Rey León,
When is that? What date? do you need?
June 3rd, que es junio 3.
She said,
Well, time is 6 o'clock at night, so we could have you after school, 4 o'clock on, or maybe decorating this auditorium. Or, you can talk to me before that even, because there's a lot to do.
okay.
So
the
would be
Yes.
third,
nice
it's a
to
Friday,
get
yeah.
these community people to come to the play, which is before this.
Ms. Morehouse, we're
community
still in a meeting. So let's finish the meeting, then you can have that conversation.
Mhm. Okay, anything else? Any announcements? Any other announcements? No? Okay,
Let Ms. Carnaccio know that we have the book fair open on Friday.
oh, the book fair, can you just announce the book?
I
fair?
did.
Oh,
The youngest one.
What are your hours?
The same is, okay.
9 to 4.
I'm coming early, like 8, and I'm leaving like 4:30. Until Friday.
I'll see if my husband can stop over. Those are my same work hours.
God, oh, so you're supposed to be at work right
Yep,
Okay.
this meeting is gonna end.
now. Okay.
All right, so since there is nothing else, we're gonna move forward to closure. I'm going to adjourn the meeting at 10:21. Motion to adjourn the meeting at 10:21. Everybody actually second that motion. Mr.
Second, Ms. Ortiz, second the motion to
All in
close.
favor? Aye. All right. Wait a minute, what?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion's approved. Meeting is
Motion's
adjourned.
approved.
Meeting is adjourned.
Meeting's adjourned at 10:21.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Gracias por asistir.